Well, the broom is going to have to go back in the closet because the Bolts played a really good game. And rightfully so. They need to play a good game. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Mason. This is It's About Hockey, and today we are talking about the Panthers and the Lightning Game 4. If you're new to the channel, go back, watch some of my older stuff. I'm talking about all the playoff games, to be honest, except for the Oilers and the Kings. I'm trying to get more involved in that series, but it's just hard for me to do. I explained in other videos. Go back, watch those. But today, like I said, we're talking about this game because this game just wrapped up. We got the Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins going at it right now. So if you see me looking off, it's because I'm trying to stay up to date and do this at the same time. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please consider liking this video. You know, you can wait to the end of it. You can do it now, whatever you want to do, but please consider liking it. Please consider subscribe to the channel, or subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. So enough of that. We're going to talk, like I said, about this game. The Panthers, or the Lightning, fight off the Panthers to keep themselves alive in the playoffs because they were on the verge of getting swept again in the first round. And all hell would have broken loose, I believe, if they would have lost again in the first round. Because their core is relatively still the same. They're missing a few small pieces, but their core is still there. They are still a really good team. And if they had lost to the Panthers, the new team of Florida would be given the crown, I believe. But they did not win today, so let's see how it all played out. All right, so we're not going to go over highlights. We're just mostly going to talk about the game. The big highlight of today's game, and the big factor, if you want to call them the factor, or the big motivational push, or whatever, is Mikhail Sergachev's return to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, he's been out since February 7th. He had a broken fibula, I believe, was the injury. It was a broken leg, pretty much. Had surgery the following day, and then was back skating sometime in March. Crazy timeline for a very serious injury. Not a lot of people expected him to be in the first round. There was talks of him possibly returning, but since these guys are on the brink right now, you know, he's got one game in him. I feel like the coaching staff believed. I feel like he was healthy enough to get in the game. And if it was going to be the last game of the season, sure, why not put him in there? So it worked out. It worked out in their favor because it provided a big push for the team. Something to rally around. Not that they really needed it because they're down 3-0 in the series, or 0-3 in the series. The fans loved it. They introduced him on the ice, and it seems like the place went berserk for it. He was in the starting lineup. He was on the first line, or at puck drop. So that brought a lot of energy into the building, and the Tampa Bay Lightning fed off of that energy. And they were definitely coming to this game. They definitely came into this game with a different attitude. It feels like, when a team's on the brink, it seems like they throw the playbook out the window and they just play the game as best as they can. But it just, this is the game Tampa Bay needs to play. We're going to look at some stats really quick in a second here, but this game had everything that Tampa needs to pull out of this series right now. I mean, the series is now 3-1. They're still down. They're still on the brink. But if they can play a couple more games like this, I really had this thing going 7. Do I think it's still going to go 7? I will tell you after the first period of the next game because that's going to say a lot because they're going back to Florida or Sunrise. And I said last night in one of my videos, if there's any team that's going to, I feel like it's going to make a push to get out of this being down 0-3. We had the Islanders who came back today. We had this game here. And then we have, the Rangers and the Capitals. I keep forgetting about that series because it's kind of like, yeah. But if I pick Tampa to be the one team that I think can come out of this, if there's any team that has a shot, I think it's Tampa, because both these teams are pretty evenly matched. The intensity level hasn't been matched yet. I think today was the first time we've seen Tampa really step up to the plate and match or even show a little bit more intensity in this game against the Panthers. They were up for quite some time. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They were up 4-1, pretty much midway through the second period. And then Florida came back, making it 4-3, which was very interesting at that time. Because things were going really well for Tampa, and a couple slip-ups caused Florida to get those equal or bring it close. So I can sense there was a little bit of nervousness. There was nervousness on my side because I don't want this series to be over. I want this to go 7. I really want to. I do have Florida advancing, but again, I wouldn't be mad if Tampa won, because their core players are extremely good, and if they get through this first round and they ride this wave, there is no telling where Tampa could do. Let's just be real; they could go on a run out of any of these teams right now who are down. So I'm not going to count them out yet. I do believe if there's one team that comes back, it could be them. It's going to be tough for sure. But like I said, they play like they did today. It could get real. It can get real. Let's just put it that way. Looking at the stats, the one thing we can take away from today's game was the physicality of this game. The way you shut down a team is to beat them down. That's one way, whether it be mentally or physically, preferably both. Tampa did both. It just took a while for that to really settle in. The hits were definitely in Tampa's favor, 78-69. I think this might be the most hits in the playoff games. I think there was a record that was just happened the other day. I think this one breaks it. I'm not 100% sure. I forget how many hits it was, but I think this one breaks it. Power play, they were 2 for 4 today, or 2 for 5, excuse me. Face-offs, pretty even. Not super, they had a little bit of upper hand. Block shots, pretty even. Giveaways, Tampa had some giveaways. That's what cost them some goals late in that second period? Late in the second period, yep. Takeaways, fairly even. So the giveaways was the Achilles heel a little bit today. That worried me. The goaltending, Vasilevsky played like Vasilevsky. He's a Vezina winning goalie, so I really expected no less. I was a little worried again when Florida was making a little pushback, but overall, very good game from him. He faced how many shots? 32 shots. Again, some of the ones that squeaked by him. Some of those were pretty nice, but he was worrying me towards the end of that second period, but he stepped it up in the third period. So kudos to him. Bobrovsky, shaky game. Like I said, Tampa came out flying today. They got to him early, and they really did not let off. They just kept hammering him pretty much. But yeah, it was, like I said, a very good game for Tampa. Tampa really needed this game, and they needed their captain to step up, and he did. Steven Stamkos, what's his stats for today? He was, I think he was the number 1 star of the game. No, number 2 star of the game. 2 goals, 2 points. He gets on the board with the first goal, power play goal. He rips it. I mean, what else is Stamkos? He's going to do his thing. There's no secret that where Stamkos likes to sit in the power play, and he buries that one. And then he does it again halfway through the third period. So my feelings on this right now is, again, I think Tampa can do this. I kind of want to see them like at least push it to 6. I would have really hoped for 7, but that's high hopes right there. But seeing their captain step up to the plate, get some points on the board, seeing all their stars pretty much get some points on the board, Braden Point with a goal, Hagel with a point, or 2 goals actually. Here you got 2, right? Now you got a goal and 2 assists. No, he did get 2 goals. I'm sorry. And then, like I said, Sergachev coming back. I mean, that's a lot of momentum to be building off of. And then when if Kucherov gets going the next game, and everyone just keeps elevating their game, yeah, like I said, this could go the distance, and I really hope it does. But again, they're on the road now, so they really have to tighten everything up as much as they can. I mean, they're pretty tight as it is right now. But yeah, it was a really good game. I don't really have much else to say about this game, to be perfectly honest. This was a game that I expected Tampa to play the way they played today. I didn't think they'd get 6. I thought Bobrovsky would play a little bit better, but like I said, Tampa came out firing, so they got to him early, and it was just hard for them to climb back. And like I said, they made it interesting. They did fight their way back. Tampa just had their number today. So like I said, if they keep building off of this energy and the way they played today, who knows where this is going to go. I really hope it goes 7. I could see it going 6, but it is what it is. So like I said, I'm done talking about this game. We got them Leafs and Bruins going at it right now. I'm going to wrap this one up. But if you guys did watch this game, if you're a Tampa fan, let me know how you're feeling about this. I have a good feeling. Like I said, I'm not going to hide it. I am hoping that we see Florida get through. And if Florida gets through, I'm hoping for a rematch against the Boston Bruins. That's my only hope for that right now. But if Tampa does get through and they build off this momentum, it's one game. They have to keep this momentum going. But if they can keep the momentum going, they could be really, really, really scary. And if they get through the next series, watch out. For sure, watch out. I can't sugarcoat that any more than I can already. Great team, great win. Stoked for you Tampa fans. Florida, I'm sorry. I had the broom. We can't use it. I was hoping to use it today 2 times, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see how if I can use it for the next series, or not the next series, but the next game between the Rangers and the Capitals. We'll see. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, please consider liking this video. Please consider subscribing to this channel. I review pretty much all the playoff games if I can help it. I just love talking hockey. I'm a small-time creator looking to do bigger and better things on this platform. I do need some help. We're still just getting started. We're almost scratching 100 subscribers. That's big for me, So I'm super stoked to be here to be talking hockey with you guys and to continue talking about this series, because this has been my marquee series this playoffs, and I hope it keeps going. So Tampa, prove me wrong. Get to the next round. Get the next game. I'd be perfectly happy with it. Bust the bracket. I don't care. You guys have a good one, and I will talk to you after this game. Peace.